Good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
How's
Hi.
it going?
Not evening.
It is not evening. That was real aggressive coming in. Sorry, guys, about that. That's happy Saturday morning to you. Welcome to Warm and Cozy Quilting. I'm Jason.
Hi, Victoria.
We're here to give you information on things because Saturday morning video. Coffee, Saturday morning coffee specifically.
I don't have coffee. I have a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you can't have that on TV because we're not sponsored by them.
Unfortunately.
How great would that be?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my lord, my teeth would fall out of my head with all the sponsorship money.
That would be fine.
I'd be okay with the new teeth.
I would replace my teeth with
buy new ones.
Tiny iPhones.
All right, good night, everybody. Sadie, cut it. We're done. This whole world has fallen apart. I do not what? Now, an appropriate answer would have been the old official Nokia phones, like those little, because those things are hard. Like you could destroy the world with those. That would make sense. Smartphones, iPhones, no. Like you look at them wrong and they break. Then all your teeth fall out again. You're right. It's a vicious cycle at that point.
That was a speech joke.
Lord.
There's this poem that won state a couple years ago, and that was like one of the things that she said was, I would replace all my teeth with tiny iPhones. Anyway, it was really funny, and nobody else got it but me, and I thought it was funny.
When you're the inside of the inside joke, not a lot of people can join you in laughter. I'll be terrified, though. That's real. We're all terrified. Oh, goodness. I'm so glad you guys are all jumping on, saying hello. Say hi. Be friendly. Let me know you're out there. We are, it's first Saturday, so 100 block class is happening today. Typically, Danielle wouldn't be here anyway. She's not feeling great today, so she's not in the shop. So if you were going to come in and say hi to her, she won't be here, but you could still come say hi to us.
I'm here.
Victoria's here. Speech season for her is over and done. That's it. We made it to state.
Did.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Did awesome.
Yeah. Was 16th in the state for oratory, which is like, that's what Chicago, like, that's what they do.
They're all talky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll take 16th. That's fine.
That's a fair number. I mean, out of the state, how many people participated in this event?
Which is like a lot.
It's more than 2.
Mm-hmm. It's more than 20, which is what I was up against. Oh, well. So,
nice.
I beat a lot of people to get there, so...
Okay.
That says something, I'm sure.
That's exciting. I love that. Okay, so you're here today, so we're going to do this. Today is really an important day because you're here. Thank you. I'm proud of you. Thank you for making it. And you too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we have Sadie behind the camera running the buttons for us today. Thank you, Sadie.
Thank you, Sadie.
She's waving. She's not waving. She is saying hi, though. So we do normally go about saying hello to everybody that's out there, so let's take a moment and pause and say hello. We do have Eileen over on the YouTube. I see we have other people on the YouTube watching. I see you. Hello. Over on the Facebooks, let's see what we got over here. If you didn't know, by the way, you can watch us on the YouTubes. You can also go back and find our videos over there a lot easier sometimes than try to dig through Facebook. There's a lot of hand movement happening between the two of us. That probably needs to stop. We're not professional at this, though.
It's okay.
But let's say hi to some folks on the YouTube or on the Facebooks. We got Jackie. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning.
Happy National Quilting Month, Deb. Yeah, 2.0s. I didn't know that was the thing, but I'll take it. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Good morning, Linda.
Morning.
Yes, thank you for. Yes, I got a haircut. Actually, I got all of them cut.
Okay, so you can.
Good night, everybody.
You can say funny things, but I can't say funny things.
I'm supposed to be the comic relief, so you're supposed to be the serious type.
Okay, buddy.
Good morning, Donna. Hello, Paula. Morning, Alvina. Hello, Dolores, Southern Illinois. We got Nancy hanging out watching us from Tennessee. Very awesome. Pamela, Chile, Alabama.
Ooh.
Sorry to hear that.
That's not one we hear
I'll see if we can't turn the heater on for you.
We're trying.
Would you make a phone call for me?
Yeah,
quick?
I'll get on that.
Thanks.
I'll call the sun.
She'll thank you for it. Morning, Carol. Linda, no black shirt, new haircut. I know, right? It's weird. Weird.
He's a different person.
I actually was thinking about changing my name.
No.
To Esteban.
Okay.
Yes. But maybe not. Probably won't happen. It was a fun thought. Morning, Diane. Good to see you on as well. Awesome. And again, if you're watching and you're not going to say hello, that's totally fine. We know you're there.
We appreciate you anyway.
What I would appreciate from you, though, is if you are watching on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button for us. We'd love when people subscribe over there. If you don't want to, it's free, but you can unsubscribe at any time. I totally butchered that, I know.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I'm not a YouTuber. Not yet. Also, if you're watching on Facebook and you love just the entertainment of it, and you'd love for your friends to be entertained by it, please, please, please hit the share button and the like and the follows and all those things. All right. So today we got some. We're going to talk about. My original intent was to unbox the 3160, the Janome 3160 QDC. It is an amazing little travel machine.
It is.
Actually, the QDC machines are all amazing travel machines. There's a couple different ones, and so we're going to unbox the 3160. But I also decided we would then compare that with the 5300, which is the top side of that line of QDC machines, just so you guys can see it unboxed and then get kind of a side-by-side comparison of the two. So if you're in the market right now looking for a travel type machine, or just looking for a small replacement machine to kind of step up from that initial, you bought that cheap box store machine a few years ago just to get started, and now you're kind of looking for a step up or something a little bit more robust, can handle a little bit more. These QDCs are great for that, so we're going to talk about that. But we have some things to talk about prior to all that.
Some little announcements sort of things.
As always. So we do have the St. Louis Metro Shop Hop is happening
right now.
Right now. Like, look around you. You see it? It's happening. It's everywhere. Maybe not necessarily in that fashion.
I don't think it's that dramatic, but I do appreciate the enthusiasm.
Well, you got to be enthusiastic about these things.
Yeah.
St. Louis Metro Shop Hop is going on. It goes the entire month of March. Warm and Cozy, we are participating.
We are.
We got Quilted Fox across the river participating. We got Your Quilt Shop participating. We got Cut and Sew down in Bonne Terre. We got Fabric Creations and Cadet. And we got Country Heart So What in Bonne Terre also. So the 6 shops participating. All you have to do.
New names on there that I didn't recognize. New names.
Yeah, there's a couple new ones down in Bonne Terre that are participating that haven't been in previous years.
Yeah.
Kind of exciting. So there's like 3 shops kind of relatively close south of us.
Yeah, and then
Easy
we're
to hit
not
all
far
3.
from Quilted Fox and the other one that's up here that I
Your Quilt Shop.
That one, Your Quilt
It's
Shop.
not Your Quilt Shop. It's Anyway.
They're your.
Anyway, so all you do is you go to any one of those participating shops and you walk in and you say, "I'm here to shop hop," and you have to do a little jig. You don't actually. That was complete falsity. I lied to you. I'm sorry. My bad. Anyway, ask for your passport. That store will stamp your passport. Make sure you put your name and your contact information on it. You're then going to visit the other 5 remaining shops, get stamped at each one of those. At the end of that, you're going to return or take off the bottom portion of your passport and leave it with that last shop. We will then get together at the end of the month. All the shops will come together, bring all the finished passports together, and we will draw a winner. One lucky person is going to win a 3160 QDC Janome machine, which is what I'm going to show you today. So great time to see why. It'd be a good reason to try to win that.
Yeah.
Also, we have a $100 gift card to each shop. So 6 different winners will win a $100 gift card. So it's absolutely worth doing. It'll be a great time. You could do it all in one day, but you have the whole month. So if you need to spread it out a little bit and take your friends with you, feel free to do so.
You can do it more than once.
You could do it more than once?
Yeah. Multiple entries.
I did not know this.
I didn't know that. That's
I'm
cool.
going to have to leave. I've got to go shop some hops. Hop some shops. Anyway, so
You're
that's
saying a lot
actually
of
kind of cool.
words.
So there's no limit to the number of times you can complete the shop hop is what you're telling me.
That's what I'm telling you.
Wow.
Nice.
So you can come visit me multiple times this month if you really wanted to.
Hmm.
Win a chance to win a machine. That'd be cool.
And there's weekly prizes.
Weekly prizes. Every shop has door prizes. So each week, or you go in, you can sign up to win a chance to win a bundle of stuff. We had some really great prizes donated from many different vendors. So nothing like winning some free stuff. If you're not going to win the big machine, it's really great to just go visit your local shops this month anyway. So Shop Hop, that's what's going on. Be sure to do that. Number 2, super most important announcement. March 23rd and 24th. That's in like
Couple of weeks, like
2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
You know what's happening?
No.
The Modern Quilt Guild of St. Louis is having their quilt show at Queenie Park.
I didn't know about that.
You did, but you acted like you did, and I know that. Anyway, it's fine. Nice play. So, the quilt show is Saturday the 23rd and Sunday the 24th. We will be there. Woo! We'll be bringing along all kinds of fun things. We're going to bring along our handy quilters. So if you were interested in looking at a long arm and wanted to see it in the show, we'll obviously have some great show pricing on those machines as well. We'll be bringing the Lower Star irons because if you haven't seen one in action, you need to see one in action.
That's so awesome.
And then also we'll be bringing fabric and such along because it's the Modern Quilt Guild and their show, and it's going to be fantastic. 2 days. I don't remember what the admission is. I believe it's $8 a person. Sadie, do you know that for sure?
That sounds right.
It sounds right. I may have to double check my information on that. But they do have a website. If you just googly search Modern Quilt Guild, Quilt Show St. Louis, any of those combination of words, it'll bring it up for you. But it's absolutely going to be worth checking out. That'll be a good time. We actually have Mickey Chapler should be coming in to help kind of present the Handy Quilters.
Oh.
Yeah. If you know Mickey, she kind of did a lot of stuff with Handy Quilter. Anytime she did a show, it was usually with Adam Rateliff.
Okay.
So Mickey's super cool, knows a ton of stuff about Handy Quilters. I look forward to her coming to hang out with us that weekend. So that'll be super fun. So yes, that's coming. And then one super fun announcement. This has not been put publicly out there just yet. This one is going to be great.
You're the first to know.
You are the first to know. Have you hit that share button so your friends can learn about this? I'll give you 5 seconds. Hit the share button. Hit all the things. I got a handful of people out there, so this is going to be fun. Okay, so I like to show off the Janome machines. I like doing these little unboxings on the days when it's my responsibility to figure out what we're going to do. I've talked about the M17 countless times. The Janome Continental M17 is a beautiful machine. It's a combination machine, and it does all the super cool fun stuff. Stitch regulation, embroidery, sewing, all the cool magical stuff. Okay? If you've been in the market of considering going to the top of the line of your machines, we are going to have a Janome educational event test driving and presenting the M17. Okay? This is going to be March 29th and 30th. Pardon me. I'm probably going to cough.
March 29th and 30th.
Yep.
And
you know nothing more.
Yeah, I really
You know nothing? I'm just going to have a coughing fit all of a sudden.
It's 4 hours long.
It's 4 hours long.
Woo.
And it's going to be...
It's going to be a make and take project. So you're going to actually make something with the machine.
Quilted.
It's going to be quilted and embroidered. And you're going to get to try out all of the different features that the machine has. We're going to show you how to use all of those sorts of things, just so that way you can get your hands on the machine before committing to purchasing it, just like we do when we have like, long arm classes and stuff like that. It's very similar in that idea.
So we are bringing in a Janome educator for this event. So this is not going to be just Jason standing in front of you being like, oh yeah, just push that button. We have a professional. It's going to be awesome. And just like you said, it's more about getting your hands on to test drive it. We will have 10 M17s set up in our building. Probably not in the classroom because 10 of those is going to be a lot in my classroom. So we'll probably end up in the long arm studio.
That makes sense.
It'll be 2 persons per machine. So if you want to take the class with your friend to kind of, feel confident about what you're doing and learning, it's going to be a really great way to kind of introduce yourself to this machine. And really kind of see what it's really capable of doing. This, again, the 29th and 30th, there is going to be a price tag on this. The price tag for it is $30. Again, that's 4 hours of information, and you get a little project out of it, which is super cool. I think it's a little bag of some sort. Am I correct on that? Some sort of little bag. I've only been given so much information. They tell me what they want. And sometimes I don't listen. Let's just be real about it. So... anyway.
At least we know where I get it from.
So
you only need to be available one day, the 29th
yes.
or the 30th.
You don't do both days. You pick one. You want the Friday or you want the Saturday. And I believe the time frame, do we have a time frame on that? Would it be 9 to 1? You remember?
Not sure.
Oh, I didn't have that stapled down just yet. I'll get that information to you, and I'll have that on the website here in the next 20-ish hours or so. So you can sign up for that. I apparently jumped the gun a little bit. Sorry.
Hey, but now you have the information. And
but now you have
can
information.
Start planning accordingly.
Right. Start planning. You want to be here on Friday or you want to be here on Saturday. And is your friend going to be available and dragging along with you? Mm-hmm. Also, don't forget that the 30th is also the 5th Saturday. So you loyalty members, you're going to be here anyway because you got to use your 20% off coupon because, well, you get 20% off for being loyalty. Also, it's going to be show and tell day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've thoroughly enjoyed the show and tell part of it. That's always been fun. Yes, ma'am, there will be a show and tell on that 30th. Yes, ma'am, Linda. And so, also, why we'll probably have the class in the studio, not in the classroom. So, because I have to have that show and tell. Like,
Yeah.
that's got to happen.
Yeah.
That's been too much fun to not do it. All right. What am I forgetting?
Sadie?
I'm not forgetting Sadie. She's still over there.
Well, I was more... Okay.
Oh, you were asking her for prompts?
I was asking her if she knew if we were forgetting anything.
Oh, she just kind of pushed buttons over there. She doesn't...
Yeah, but she also works here. Like, she also would know things.
Maybe.
Probably.
Okay, so let's talk about sewing machines. So, I technically took it out of the box already. But today, we're going to talk about the 3160, which I have my hand over that, see right there, and the Janome 5300. Okay? These two machines are really kind of fantastic. They're great little travel machines. If you are a quilter, which if you're here watching this, that's probably what you do. It's nice to have a machine that's kind of designed to work with what we're doing. A couple things about these machines that I do like, and I'm going to point out your differences primarily. So your 5300, that's this guy over here. You notice that there's a digital screen here, a little touch screen for all the different buttons options. The 5300 has a few less buttons to push, and they show all the stitch options on the side panel. The biggest difference between the two machines is that the 5300 has significantly more stitches available to it and has an alphabet. This little guy has just this, which is why a lot of people love this machine for travel.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to take this machine and travel around with it for classes, retreats, what have you, you don't really need...
I'm not usually writing my name.
No, and all the crazy stitches that are out there. So this is a really nice, again, size-wise, it's the same footprint, just a fewer, lesser amount of stitches on it, right?
Yeah.
Which works just fine. Okay. Another fun feature to note about the differences here is that the face of this guy doesn't open up, but
oh, does the face?
It does. The 5300 opens up. It's on a hinge, so that way, if you're stitching along and something happens and thread gets pulled into your take-up arm, it's easily accessible, so that you can get in there and kind of clean that out. I don't always encourage MacGyvering things when things go horribly awry, but sometimes we got to MacGyver things and like take things apart to figure out what just happened. And I know that happens. Don't get me wrong. As a service tech guy, I know people get in their machines. I don't lie to myself. But having that, so you don't have to try to take this head off or the face of this off to try to unthread that, it's really a nice feature to have, especially if you're 2 hours away and retreat inside of like a tent. People retreat in tents? No? Anybody? Nobody's going to correct me? As far as I know, people retreat in tents.
I don't know how well that would work. You have to have like a place to like plug in your machine. I don't know that you're going to have one of those in a tent. But I could be wrong. I'm not judging anybody who retreats in tents.
I don't really know anything.
I don't either.
I'm kidding.
Never been on a retreat.
So I haven't either. That's okay. The other nice thing to know the difference about these two machines is the needle threader. So all the Janomes come with a needle threader. This guy comes with the standard needle threader. That guy over there comes with what is known as the advanced needle threader, which is when you push it down, it kind of closes on itself and does all the easy work. This guy, I have to bring it down and bring the thread across, and blah, blah, blah. On a ship, yeah, there you go, just like that. So Linda says, what if you're on a ship? Well, a cruise. There's a lot of sewing cruises that happen nowadays. If you're out there and you're doing one of those. What did you call me?
Why haven't we gone on a sewing cruise?
I am not a big fan of water.
Either.
I don't swim real well at all.
I can't swim.
I would save all the sewing machines, or at least grab them all together and take them to the bottom with me. Got you guys. Kidding. But not. But kind of. Anyway. Sorry. They kind of got a little escalated all of a sudden.
It really did.
That happens.
You know, most of the time, cruises go just fine. There was that one time, but, you know, they made a movie about it, and so...
If you don't notice the giant iceberg,
there might be. We might want to check on that.
Perhaps.
Well, why don't you tell us more about the machines?
Sadie doesn't like us veering off into the weeds too often, so she'll redirect us back.
Sadie does not want to talk about the Titanic.
She does not want to talk about the Titanic. A couple other feature differences or similarities between the machines. They both have a start and stop button. So if you want to use your foot pedal or not use your foot pedal, you have that as an option, which is super nice. It has the reverse We have a locking stitch on both machines. We have a needle up and down option as standard. We have the scissor or the thread cutting option, which is great.
Good.
This machine over here, the 5300, does have the double needle option. 3160 does not have a needle option. Double needle is something that you use more in clothes making. It's not something we deal with a whole lot in sewing or in quilting. But if it's something you need to, do some handiwork, whatever, on some clothing, this machine will be a lot more of a reasonable option. Because of that, they also both have a free arm where this slips off, so you could do free arm work, cuffs, sleeves, etc., and whatnot. Okay. Yes. What do we got over here? Vicky, my group did outside all day sew under pavilion. That sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome.
And yes, thank goodness for Sadie. Yes, Danielle, you are correct. Because really, things just get out of control here. So,
We're fun that way.
the other great thing to know is that both machines, you can drop your feed dogs. There's a little switch on the back. I'm just going to turn this one around. It's the same on both machines. There's a little lever back here, right there. You can flip that over. That'll drop your feed dogs. So you're able to actually do some quilting if you want to do some free motion quilting with your machine. Now, you still have a very limited throat space. I still wouldn't try to wrestle a king-size quilt through this, but if you wanted to try, you absolutely can. It's a possibility.
This little switch.
Yeah, that little switch there. Got your
it.
feed dogs.
That's
so you
cool.
Drop that. Okay, cool. Oh, also, the other nice thing that both machines do have here, this is your presser foot tensioner. So if you need a little less tension on that presser foot, so maybe you're changing fabric types, you're able to adjust that on both types of machines. Simple, easy. And you have your bobbin winder, which just clicks over and then goes. Thank you. Okay, so that's that. What other features come in the box, though? Well, let's talk about that, shall we? This box, the foot pedal is standard. She doesn't have one because that 5300 came off the floor. So it's still out there because I don't want to grab the cords. So foot pedal, standard. You'll have a foot pedal with your machine. Both machines will come with instruction manuals, especially a French manual. So if you like to brush up on your Frenchese, you have that option, or straight English. I personally am very much the English reading type.
Yeah, I don't usually read a whole lot of French.
I do like to let people know it's an option, though.
Well, yeah.
I'm not judging you. You want to do the
But
French?
if you're a Spanish reader, not a French reader, then I apologize.
You're on your own.
You're on your own.
The cool thing, I think that was really my favorite part. This is still in plastic, so is that one, but they're going to go back in the boxes. Both machines come with a hard cover. This is really nice because when your machine is going to sit for a longer period of time, it's really nice to put something over it, keep the dust off it, keep the sunlight off of it. If you're traveling, it's got the cutouts for the handle so you can actually transport it with a hard cover on it. Makes it really nice. Okay. So hard cover, both machines, great features to have. What else do we have in here? Ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Is this?
Let's go here.
Okay.
Both machines also come with the quilting attachment box. Let me have that. I'm going to open this one. This box kind of got beat up, so I'm going to show it through this box. The quilting attachment set, which comes with any of the QDC machines, is really super kind of nice. What you get with this, you get several feet. I believe the 1/4 inch seam foot is actually in that machine over there.
Oh.
So it does come with a 1/4 inch seam foot. So when you're piecing, you have a 1/4 inch seam foot that you can just flip out real quick and you're good to go for your piecing process. Mm-hmm. It comes with a walking foot, which is really kind of nice and convenient to have one of those. It comes with the embroidery foot, or your applique foot, I should say. So if it's an open toe applique foot, so you actually have a little bit better visibility as you go around those applique items. Mm-hmm. It comes with a quilting guide, which that goes on the back of your foot.
Okay.
Show you. So it actually goes in this little hole that's back here.
Oh.
So depending on where that's at, you can keep your distances the same. So as you straight line quilt across your quilt, it gives you a nice even guide. Right? Convenient.
Thanks.
Try not to die here.
Great.
And last but not least, it does come with a darning foot. This little guy is great. This is what you use when you're going to free motion quilt using your machine.
Oh, okay.
This attaches, and then it kind of hops as you're free motion quilting with your feed dogs down.
Got it.
This video has turned into a train wreck with this cough. I apologize, guys. I really am very sorry. And I did not bring any cough drops with me, which was an unfortunate decision on my part. Sorry about that. This is a thread guide or a fabric guide, so you can actually use this to attach to your base of your machine. 100% do not understand what this is for. Never used one.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm ruined. I've always had a long arm available to me. Sorry. But trust me, it comes with one, so if you know what that is, ta-da! Thanks for the magical jazz hands.
No problem. I'm really good at those.
I think that actually made it more sense to everybody.
Yeah. It like really clears things up. And it comes with a handy dandy little piece of paper that tells you everything. Probably also in French. If you in English and a French, that would make the most sense to me.
So
does it come in French? No, that looks like
English. This is entirely in English, but it does tell you about the different feed options and what they're used for. So there's that cloth guide that I was telling you I didn't know what it was. Well, I kind of do because I've read it before. I just never used one, so I don't fancy myself real knowledgeable about it.
It's okay. I'm not either.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
So we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat. For some reason, Sadie doesn't like the Titanic story. I guess it was too sad for her. That's okay, Sadie.
It's okay.
It's okay, Sadie. All right.
This one next?
Yeah, we're going to do that next. Actually, let's do this next.
Okay.
Both machines also come with an extension table. Because when you travel, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of an extension table, a little more surface to work on. This keeps things a little more even while you're trying to stitch stuff together so it's not slipping and falling off the edge of your quilt. You have a travel bag for your machine. This fits in there nicely. So it's nice that they both come with one.
All of them have
Little measurements on them, yes.
How long have we been selling these machines and I didn't know that there was a little... Like, I know Mom's
Girl, I
big
can only
one.
tell you so much.
I know. It helps if I open my eyes.
All right. So we have the accessories bag. If you notice, there's a significant difference between that bag and this bag here. The 3160 doesn't come with near as many fun accessories. So let's empty them all out and let's kind of go through them real quick. I'm going to sort these apart a little bit. Oh, all right. Most of them should be the same. You want to see all that, Sadie? Yeah, that looks like you can see a majority of it. Okay. I'm done sorting. How about you?
I have more things.
You're losing the battle there, aren't you?
No, I'm just organizing them by color. There's multiple of these.
There are.
Okay, we'll get to that momentarily.
Okay.
Okay, you go first.
So, both machines come with this guy. This is your seam ripper. See that? Super sharp, super stabby, super rippy. If you sew, you rip. I just had a wonderful conversation this morning with somebody who had a family member that did not realize that you should change out your seam ripper after some 50 years. Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciate the sentimental value, but don't be dangerous.
Do that.
So, seam ripper, you get that. You get a little cleaning brush with both machines. Whenever you're working on any sort of big project, you should take the time afterwards, take your needle plate off, brush out as much lint as you can reach. Don't go stabby, diggy on all the stuff. Just bring out what you can. It helps keep your machine cleaner for that year between your services.
This one looks like a toothpick.
It does have a little bit of a pick thing there, so I believe that's more for when you're trying to clean out your bobbin hook raceway. You can take your bobbin case out and kind of help dig some of that out a little bit more. Just be very careful and mindful not to get too diggy with that.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's pretty standard. This and that are the same thing. They're just different styles. This would be your horizontal or your vertical thread mast. So if you have a stack wound thread, you would put this and use this instead. You have that spool, which is a little different. It's got a little bit better base on it. Again, 5300. It's going to have a slightly more professional stylized items that come with it. So vertical thread mast, standard issue. I've got 3 bobbins here. How many empty bobbins do you have?
I have 3 also.
You have 3 also. So they all come with 4 bobbins. These are class 15. The spindle on the inside has a little embossed J showing you that they are Janome brand bobbin cases or bobbins. So having 4 of those to start off with is nice. We usually sell a few extra ones for people that we have a little bit extra on hand.
Mm-hmm.
You have your thread caps.
Oh.
I have just these guys. You've got that, and is there another one?
There's a...
Oh, that's something completely different.
There was one like this on the machine.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that should probably have 2 of those larger ones and then 2 smaller ones. So you have a few more thread cap options with the 5300. But you still get them with the little guy, which is okay to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have the little felt here. I don't think that one came with the felt, but that's because you have this here. Screwdriver.
Did you not get a screwdriver?
I did get a screwdriver.
But it's different.
It's one of these guys. How many of you have gotten a sewing machine and gone to try to take something apart and you're like, I need a screwdriver? That's this guy's. You've got 3 different sizes there, so it's just a matter of how you hold it. Take stuff apart.
I only get one size.
The 5300 comes with that, which is far more useful and functional. So, but it's there, so you do have one, which is good to know. It comes with needles, which this comes with a standard organ needle, the standard 14 organs. That comes with a pack of different types of needles. So the 5300 has, let me see that real quick, if you may. Believe those aren't color coded, but normally it comes with 2 blue tips, a purple tip, and a red tip. Each one's a little bit different in size, and it really helps depending on the type of project you're working on. Janome needles generally are color-coded.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, the question that is normally asked, what type of needles should I be using in my Janome? Well, here's the deal. They do recommend Janome needles, but Janome and organ needles are pretty much the same brand.
Oh,
so
that's convenient.
If you need some needles and you're at a store and you see organ needles, your organ needles will work with your Janome. Schmetz will work with your Janome. The difference is Schmetz are designed just a slight bit different, and so the eye of the needle may be a little bit off, so your needle threader may not go straight where it's supposed to with the Schmetz. So a lot of people will have needle threader issues, and they'll be mad at the needle threader and say, oh, that needle threader is busted. It could just be that you put a Schmetz needle in. But they'll still make a hole, they'll still make a stitch. You can use whatever you want, just be aware of that small possibility. All right.
Is this next?
No, we're going to continue on with the similarities, and then all the things that are left are going to be what you have on the 5300 that I don't have on the 3160.
Got it.
So we talked about the machines. The machines have on them what are known as the A foot, which is your standard wide zigzag, everything utility foot. You can use it for all the stuff.
Right.
This comes with, you have your embroidery foot, bless America, applique foot. This is your closed-toed applique foot. You're going to use this while you're appliquing. Again, the quilting set does come with the open-toed one, so this little section in the middle is not there. A nice, better view while you're trying to do all that applique stitching. But they each come with that. This one, the 5300 and 3160, both come with a standard zipper foot. So that way, if you want to put zippers on that bag you're working on, you got that option. I'm gonna actually cheat. That's just how it works out, guys. Sometimes you forget the names of stuff because your day has gotten wildly away from you, and then you start talking about the Titanic, and you kind of forget what the name of the feet are.
I don't know if you did that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so number 8 is that's this. So this is your over edge foot. It looks like this. See that one?
That one.
Yep. You got that little guide down the center. This is your over edge foot. I'm sure this has more sewing application, but I can assure you that this one Danielle uses when she puts on her binding.
Ooh.
She'll use this to kind of as a guide when she pulls her binding over the top to stitch it down. She uses that little stitch there, guide there to kind of keep herself in line. And then last but not least, oh wait, I think I had the wrong one. That was the blind hem foot. Jason's fired. Blind hem foot. That's the G foot. The C foot is the over edge foot.
This one's got a little brush doodad.
I don't know what that's for. Anybody? Anybody?
I
Sadie?
don't know.
I really need to get more into sewing. Someday I'll get there. Anyway, so the 3160, that's pretty much everything you get. All the cool stuff, all the basic stuff, easy, keep going, nice, strong, sturdy machine, able to do all the fun stuff. Now, you have a few more feet that we didn't talk about, or at least is it one more foot?
I've got one more foot, I've got this doodad, and I've got these doodads.
Okay, so the M foot, I'm going to need you to get my manual for that one because I do not recall what that is. Oh, here it is. Actually, these are a couple things that come with this machine that are not part on the 3160. Which one is that? The F?
M.
M. I knew that.
Yeah, you did. I know you did.
That's the overcast foot.
Overcast.
So when it starts cloudy outside and gray and sad.
And you want to sew, you still can.
I believe, somebody please correct me, I think that's more of like a surge type edge. You would use the overcast foot.
Oh, with that double needle situation?
I don't know. Anyway, I'll get corrected on that. If not, I got some homework to do. Fix the machine, can do. Remember what all the feet do? Still working on that. Working on it. Okay.
We just
We're quilting. Yeah, right? Straight stitch, 1/4 inch. I don't need all these crazy feet, but it's good to know you have them.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so this guy here, this doodad actually attaches to the 5300, kind of plugs into a port, which then will hold this guy, which is your stitches. It's nice to have your stitch card available so you know what your stitch options are and how to get to those particular stitches. As you can see, you have this side of the card and this side of the card have all the stitch options available on the 5300. Significantly more than what we have on the 3160. Again, I find the 5300 is a great home sewing machine. If you don't need a giant machine and you don't need a basic sewing machine, this guy covers the bases. It also has an alphabet, which is really nice to be able to do little basic embroidery stuff or label-y type stuff. These work out really great for that. But that's what that's for. That holds your cards. That way you know what you can do stitch-wise. One of the bigger differences here, I'm going to take that from you.
You want to do this one?
It has one of these guys. What is this scary-looking monstrosity of a monster? This is a knee lift. You plug this into the front of your machine. There's a little hole. Let me show you. Want to bring that machine up here real quick?
Yes, I
do. Nice and easy, please. Use your back, not your legs.
Ugh. I can't really use my legs right now.
Yeah, that was a joke. You should actually use your legs, not your back.
Oh.
Well, here it is. Pardon me again. This little port right here is where this plugs into. When this is plugged into that port and we push on that bar, it'll actually raise our presser foot for us. So as you're sewing along, let's say you're trying to do some quilting or you're trying to do any sort of piecing or applique, any of that type of stuff, instead of having to take your hands off of your material to raise your foot, you simply push on this bar. It raises that foot just enough so that you can pivot your fabric, and then you bring your leg back over and it drops back down and you keep on going. The convenience of that is generally lost by most of us because, frankly, it's weird trying to get your legs to do that. I've tried it. It's really weird. My body does not like to do it. But once you've gotten accustomed to it, it's actually super nice to not take your hands off fabric that you don't need to move right now. I need the foot to come up so I can do what I need to and make sure nothing moves on me. So this being part of the features that come on the 5300 is actually super nice. Okay. So that's that guy. You go ahead and take that back. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? 1 second. We're going to show the magnifying glasses next. So the bubble wrap ones there.
Bubble wrapped one?
So, thank you, ma'am. Have you ever found yourself doing applique work and you're trying to be very particular on where you're at and you're really just having a hard time seeing all of it? The 5300 comes with a magnifying set. Not just this guy. This is the 20 times magnification. It comes with a 40 and 60 times magnification. I do tell people, though, if you're using 60 times magnification, you probably need to step away from the machine.
Yeah.
Things got real weird. All right.
Oh. There's a little place for him, and it just pops right in there, and then you can swing to the front, and then the way you're looking down on it, it'll give it a little bit of a magnification, making it a little bit easier to see all of the little tiny pieces that you're working with. And so this is the piece that attaches, right? And then this is where I would change.
Yep, this little thumb guy here actually kind of helps to spring in, and then you can swap out those lenses. Super helpful. Danielle says she can't live without her knee lift. The knee lifts are really nice.
It is, especially once you get a little bit more used to it, and then it makes it easier to do more intricate piecing and stuff like that.
I have a phantom knee lift.
Yeah, phantom knee lift.
I thought I had my knee lift, but I was using a different machine, and I moved my leg, and I'm like, that doesn't do
my
anything.
knee lift at? It's gone. So you've become accustomed to the knee lift, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that and working with a machine that doesn't have the thread cutter option.
Oh, the thread cutter option, to lose that. Alvina said she loves the thread cutter. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I love having a thread cutter. Machines that don't have it, I can't. Like, even when I'm working on them, I'll sit there and I'll do some test sewing, and like I look for the button, and then I have to drag the fabric out, cut it
on the thing. No.
I'm kidding. I'm not judging your decisions on machine. I swear. I'm just
spoiled. I
not
got to grow up in a family where we used sewing machines all the time, and I got to learn all the cool stuff. And then I was sad when there was no needle cutter,
no cool stuff,
thread cutter. Yeah.
Yeah, those happen sometimes. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I heard some really good information here, but I am gonna go through a real coughing fit, and I'm gonna just not put you all through that. If you guys would like to see these more in person, please come on into the shop. We're open today. We're here from 11 to 4. I have all these machines plus more you can check out. Again, now is a great time to start looking at machines. Janome's running a great special on a lot of their machines that are out there.
And we'd love to show them all to you.
By the way, again, if you want to go big time and you want to go big and fancy, Synchrony financing is an option. We have it. You can do it. Get the machine you've always wanted. Otherwise, we're going to clean this up. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to see you do some shop hopping. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right?
All right.
Cool. It's been fun. I'm going to see you guys soon.